So simulacrum for CrimsonTide under extra MS banner against Will. Yeah, so let's see what we get. So this is Will is Protoss. In previous games has shown a reasonable propensity to kind of, I wouldn't call it necessarily 2-base all in, but to go for a solid 2-base time in attack for sure. So we'll see if that's what's going to happen this time. It's a low ground wall, and against Terran, I don't know. I think I'm maybe more tempted by the wall here to stop Reapers. You know, you don't prevent the Reaper getting in, but you prevent it from being able to just run in one side and out the other. So that it means that your chances of catching it with your Adept are much, much higher if you cut down the paths that it can take. Extra MS with the much faster Expo off of 1 Rax. And no Reaper coming by the looks of things, just gonna go for a couple of Marines at the front door. Extra MS has had a good look around, and Will has done no scouting whatsoever. Interestingly, chronoing out the Stalker. Yeah, is that just paranoid? Why would you like? I mean, you know, typically there is a build where I'll chrono out a Stalker, but it would tend to be 2 off 2 gateways, and I would save chrono for that. Just so that, by now they'd already be here long before this bunker finishes up, and obviously 2 Stalkers beats 2 Marines pretty handily, and they're able to come in and they're able to kill these workers, be really annoying to now mine in, and then you can just send them back home again after about a minute, and they're probably fine, probably no hull damage done. Also chronoing out this this observer, but yeah, my point was, in general, 9 times out of 10, all of my chrono in the early game is going into workers. That's kind of how Protoss manages to stay level. So Will, I think, caught the edge of these Hellions moving out. Certainly the observer got within sight range of them. Now Stalkers will fare reasonably against Hellions. You need to do a little bit of focus. The Immortal will obliterate the Hellions. A little bit of focus firing to make sure you're always shooting the same Hellion. You do need to run the workers good and early against Hellions, because what you don't want is them lining up like that when they run. So you've got to be a bit careful. Now, let's have a look. 2 more are going to come in. These probes would be a very juicy target. You need a couple of shots to go off to get the damage done. You do not want to be shooting the Immortal. I don't think in all of the StarCraft I've ever played or watched, I have ever seen Hellions kill an Immortal. Okay, 8 workers killed. Very, very respectable indeed. 8 workers killed, and of course, quite a lot of lost mining time where the workers had to be pulled. So now Will is chronoing out workers to kind of replace those. Yeah, so that's what I was saying before. In order to keep up with a Terran who will be dropping mules, 90 energy, who will be eventually dropping mules, you have to chrono workers, otherwise you're going to be behind economically. That's just kind of how it is. Yeah, so momentarily supply blocked Will and dropping 3 pylons as a result. 3 gate robo, fine, no problem there. Getting charged from the Twilight, so I'd love to see a prism come out and maybe drop some charge lots in or something like that. That can be a beautifully effective play. There appears to be no workers being built on the Terran side of the map, which is a shame, because this is a long way from saturated and we are at 6.5 minutes. There are quite a few of these out. Was Blue Flame researched, was it? Yes, so these are Blue Flame Hellions and they can kill workers remarkably quickly indeed. I think there's a way to tell. I think if you look at the Hellions or something, when they get Blue Flame, they kind of, something about them changes, but I can't remember what it is. It's not the best anecdote ever, is it? Yeah, is it this little thingy on top? Maybe that looks different or something. I don't know. Anyway, it's hard to see how they're going to get in. So I'd love to see a medevac come and drop 4 of these into the men, because look how much room there is over here to land 4 of them, and they're so quick they could run over here and just toast a mineral line. 4 blue flame hellions with toasts workers really quickly. This production tab for CrimsonTide looking very healthy and looking slightly feeble for Will. So Will building up a bit of a bank here. CrimsonTide a little bit gas starved. Oh, was that just the observer going down? I think it probably was. Yeah. So did the prism? No, the prism's at home, and I'm a little bit disappointed that the prism's at home. You know, because a charge lot run by here has got charge. Look at this production tab is worrying though, isn't it? Nothing in there. But yeah, Will has got charge, so definitely could be getting some hurt on the other side of the map. Surely he sees these. Look, they're right there. Look at those things. Look at them. And likewise, guys, come on. Look on the mini-map. This is Will's view. Look on the mini-map. It's bright red. Come on. What is this crap? Anyway, scan goes down. Will has got a reasonable army here. Has got a substantial army lead, and these charge lots are pretty badass. And actually will do reasonably well against the Thor. Now, extra MS going to come in and go to work on this, but Hellions don't really kill buildings. Look at this charge lot. I love when they do that. Just charging like for miles. I'm charging. I'm still charging. Didn't fare very well for him. Is there an armory? There is. So extra MS can turn these into Hellbats, and then they are super effective against charge lots. Really, really good. As Hellions, not as much. As Hellbats, they're really, really good. Yeah, so, you know, especially get a medevac out to heal them up, the Hellbats. But yeah, this push from Will looks like it is lining up to come in. And it's going to be Archons in the mix as well. So this is a potent army, but if we look at the upgrades, there is oh. Yeah, that's a bit weird. So there's 1-1 for Marines, but there's only the 1 Marine on the map. There is, however, +1 for the mech. And this is quite a lot of Thor, isn't it? There's 5 Thors here. Oh, of course, there are Marines in the bunker, but really? 1-1 for 6 Marines? 5 Marines? And there's another Thor coming down here as well. No siege tanks, but that's quite a lot of Thor. Now, the Hellions are going to go for the run-by, and I don't hate it, but some Hellbats at home wouldn't go astray. I think Crimson can hold this though. I would have liked to have seen a repair, but look, this is a meat grinder. This Archon hasn't fired a shot yet. This one isn't doing a great deal better. You know, the ability of the Thors to just outrange everything Protoss has got, I think, is doing the stuff. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, oh, it's an absolute barbecue. The Hellions are in the men. They're in the natural. Will is going to get home to find he has 0 workers. That is absolutely brutal. So I think with the next round of stuff coming out, so there is a Thor on its way. I'd love to see a repair come off to keep this Thor alive. Look, the work, just right click. Yeah. I'm still, yeah, +1 for Marines that you don't have. Not sure about that. So yeah, Will's just got nothing. He's got nothing. It's all over. Yeah, GG.